Money, in its most fundamental form, is a tool that allows people to exchange goods and services in a way that is efficient, fair, and scalable. However, before money existed, early human societies relied on a system known as bartering. Bartering was the direct exchange of goods and services without any standardized medium of exchange. For example, a farmer who had extra wheat could trade it for fish from a fisherman, or a potter could exchange their handmade bowls for cloth from a weaver. This system allowed communities to function by enabling people to acquire what they needed without the use of money. However, bartering had several significant limitations that made trade difficult and inefficient. One major challenge was the issue known as the double coincidence of wants. This meant that in order for a trade to happen, both parties had to want exactly what the other had to offer at the same time. If a farmer needed shoes, but the shoemaker did not want wheat, the transaction could not take place unless the farmer found another intermediary who would accept the wheat and then trade with the shoemaker. This made trade cumbersome and highly unreliable. Another problem with the barter system was the issue of divisibility. Some goods, such as livestock, were difficult to divide into smaller parts. If someone had a cow and wanted to trade for a few sacks of grain, they would struggle to determine a fair way to split the cow without losing its overall value. Additionally, barter lacked a standard measure of value, meaning that people had to negotiate the worth of goods in every single trade, making it time-consuming and inconsistent. These inefficiencies made it clear that societies needed a better way to facilitate trade, leading to the birth of money. To solve the problems of bartering, early civilizations began using objects that had universally recognized value as a medium of exchange. The first known currency can be traced back to Mesopotamia around 3000 BCE, where people used shekels as a unit of weight for silver and grain. This marked a crucial turning point in economic history because it allowed goods and services to be exchanged based on a standard value, making trade more predictable and efficient. Over time, different societies developed their own forms of money, often using commodities that were valuable, durable, and widely accepted. This led to the introduction of commodity money, which was any object that had intrinsic value and could be used for trade. Gold and silver became popular forms of commodity money because they were rare, did not decay, and could be easily shaped into standardized weights. Other societies used items such as cowrie shells, which were small, durable, and relatively scarce, making them an ideal form of money in many parts of Africa, Asia, and the Pacific Islands. The emergence of commodity money revolutionized economies by making trade faster, simpler, and more efficient. Unlike the barter system, money allowed people to store wealth for future use and made it possible to calculate the value of goods and services in a consistent way. This development led to the creation of markets, where people could buy and sell with confidence, knowing that their money would be accepted by others. As societies grew and economies became more complex, the need for even more efficient forms of money led to the development of coins and eventually paper money. These advancements continued to shape the financial systems that form the foundation of modern business and entrepreneurship today. Understanding the origins of money helps entrepreneurs appreciate the importance of a stable and widely accepted medium of exchange in any economy, highlighting why trust and reliability are essential for financial transactions to function smoothly. As human societies grew larger and economies became more complex, the limitations of commodity money became more apparent. While gold, silver, and other valuable materials were useful for trade, they were often difficult to carry, measure, and divide with precision. This challenge led to one of the most significant advancements in the history of money: the development of standardized coins. The earliest known coins were created by the Lydians in present-day Turkey around 600 BCE, made from a naturally occurring mixture of gold and silver called electrum. These coins revolutionized trade by offering a uniform weight and value, making transactions much more predictable and efficient. Soon after, the use of coins spread across different civilizations, with ancient China and Greece becoming two of the most influential regions in shaping the coinage system. In China, the first metal coins were cast in the 7th century BCE during the Zhou dynasty, often shaped like small knives or spades. These early Chinese coins were made of bronze and later transitioned to round shapes with square holes in the center, which made them easy to string together for carrying. Meanwhile, in Greece, the city-state of Athens produced silver coins known as drachmas, which gained widespread acceptance across the Mediterranean due to their reliability and quality. The Greek coinage system played a crucial role in expanding trade networks, allowing merchants to conduct business with partners from different regions without the need to barter. As trade flourished, coins became essential for conducting business, paying taxes, and funding military campaigns, laying the foundation for the monetary systems used in the modern world. One of the most groundbreaking developments in the history of money occurred in China during the Tang dynasty in the 7th century CE, with the introduction of paper money. As the economy grew and trade expanded, carrying large quantities of metal coins became impractical. To solve this problem, Chinese merchants and officials began using promissory notes, which were essentially written agreements promising the exchange of money or goods at a later date. Over time, the Chinese government took control of this system and began issuing the world's first official paper currency, known as jiaozi. This early form of banknotes allowed for greater economic flexibility, enabling merchants to conduct large transactions without the burden of transporting heavy coins. The use of paper money became more widespread under the Song dynasty in the 11th century, eventually leading to the creation of government-backed banknotes that could be exchanged for gold and silver reserves. This innovation significantly boosted trade, as it reduced the risk of theft and made cross-regional business transactions much more efficient. While paper money remained primarily a Chinese innovation for several centuries, it eventually spread to other parts of the world through trade and conquest, influencing the development of modern banking and financial systems. Another key milestone in the evolution of money was the establishment of the gold standard, a system in which the value of a country's currency was directly tied to a specific amount of gold. The concept of linking money to gold dates back to ancient times, but it became more formalized in the 19th century when major economies such as Britain and the United States adopted the gold standard. Under this system, paper money could be exchanged for a fixed quantity of gold, ensuring that currency retained its value and preventing governments from printing excessive amounts of money. The gold standard provided stability in international trade, as it allowed businesses and investors to conduct transactions with confidence, knowing that their money was backed by a tangible asset. This predictability helped facilitate global commerce, encouraging investment and long-term economic growth. However, the gold standard also had its drawbacks, particularly during times of economic crisis when governments needed to respond quickly by increasing the money supply. The rigid nature of the system made it difficult for countries to recover from financial downturns, leading many nations to abandon it in the 20th century in favor of fiat money, which derives its value from government backing rather than a physical commodity. One of the most fascinating historical examples of how money shaped an economy can be seen in the Roman Empire, which used its currency system as a powerful tool for expansion and control. Rome's economy relied heavily on a stable coinage system with gold, silver, and bronze coins known as aureus, denarius, and sestertius respectively. These coins facilitated trade across the vast empire, allowing merchants and businesses to operate in a unified economic system. The Roman government used money not only to fund public projects such as roads, aqueducts, and military campaigns, but also to pay soldiers, ensuring their loyalty to the empire. As Rome expanded, its coinage became widely accepted across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, reinforcing its dominance in global trade. However, Rome's monetary system eventually suffered from severe debasement, which refers to the practice of reducing the precious metal content in coins while maintaining their face value. As the empire faced military conflicts and economic challenges, the government began to issue coins with lower silver and gold content, effectively increasing the money supply without having the actual wealth to back it. This led to widespread inflation, as people lost confidence in the value of money, causing prices to rise rapidly. Over time, the collapse of Rome's financial stability contributed to the decline of the empire itself, demonstrating how poor monetary policies can have devastating long-term consequences. For aspiring entrepreneurs, the story of Rome offers valuable lessons about the importance of maintaining a stable currency, controlling inflation, and ensuring that economic policies are sustainable in the long run. The rise of coins and paper money transformed economies by making trade more efficient, reducing the risks associated with barter, and creating a reliable system for storing and exchanging value. These innovations paved the way for the modern financial systems that businesses rely on today, highlighting the crucial role of money in facilitating commerce, investment, and economic growth. Understanding how these historical developments shaped the business world allows entrepreneurs to appreciate the importance of financial stability and sound monetary policies, both of which are essential for building and sustaining successful ventures. As trade expanded and economies became more complex, people needed a safe place to store their wealth and a reliable way to borrow money to grow businesses. This need led to the emergence of the first banks in history. In early societies, wealth was often stored in temples or with trusted individuals, but as commerce developed, a more structured financial system was required. The origins of banking can be traced back to ancient civilizations such as Mesopotamia, where temple priests recorded loans and managed deposits of grain and precious metals. However, it was during the medieval period that the role of moneylenders became more prominent. In medieval Europe, moneylenders played a crucial role in financing trade and economic activities. Unlike today's banks, which are regulated institutions, medieval moneylenders were typically individuals or families who loaned money at interest. Since charging interest on loans was viewed as unethical or even sinful under religious laws, many Christian societies restricted this practice. As a result, Jewish communities, who were often excluded from other professions, became influential moneylenders in Europe. They provided capital to merchants, landowners, and even kings, helping to fund wars, trade expeditions, and infrastructure projects. However, due to their critical role in finance, moneylenders were often targeted during political and economic crises, leading to confiscation of their assets or forced expulsions from various European regions. One of the most significant advancements in the history of banking came with the rise of the Medici Bank in 15th century Italy. The Medici family, based in Florence, revolutionized banking by introducing new financial practices that laid the foundation for modern banking systems. Unlike traditional moneylenders who primarily offered simple loans, the Medici Bank created a more sophisticated network of financial services, including checking accounts, letters of credit, and foreign exchange. This allowed merchants and businesses to conduct transactions across different regions without having to transport large amounts of gold or silver, reducing the risk of theft and making trade more efficient. The Medici Bank also pioneered the use of double-entry bookkeeping, a system that recorded both debits and credits, to ensure accuracy in financial transactions. This innovation greatly improved trust in banking, as it provided a clear record of all financial activities and reduced the chances of fraud. The Medici family's influence extended beyond banking, as they used their financial power to support the arts, politics, and major construction projects, shaping the Renaissance era. Their success demonstrated how banking could be used not just for safekeeping money, but also as a tool for economic growth and investment in society. As banking systems developed, so did the understanding of how money could be created and multiplied within the economy. One of the most important concepts in modern banking is fractional reserve banking, a system that allows banks to lend out a portion of the money deposited by customers while keeping only a fraction of the deposits in reserve. This means that when a person deposits money in a bank, the bank does not simply store it in a vault. Instead, it uses a significant portion of that money to provide loans to businesses, individuals, and governments. These loans, in turn, help finance new businesses, expand existing companies, and fund infrastructure projects, all of which contribute to economic growth. The key principle behind fractional reserve banking is that most depositors do not withdraw all their money at once, allowing banks to keep only a small reserve while lending out the rest. For example, if a bank has $100 million in deposits and operates under a 10% reserve requirement, it only needs to keep $10 million in reserve while lending out $90 million. When this money is lent to businesses or individuals, it is eventually deposited back into banks, where it can be lent out again. This cycle effectively increases the overall money supply in the economy, a process known as the money multiplier effect. The ability of banks to create money through lending has a profound impact on economic activity. When businesses can access loans, they can invest in new projects, hire more employees, and expand their operations, leading to economic growth and job creation. However, if banks lend excessively without maintaining adequate reserves, it can lead to financial instability. A classic example of this occurred during the global financial crisis of 2008, when banks issued risky loans that borrowers could not repay, ultimately causing widespread economic collapse. This event highlighted the importance of responsible banking practices and proper regulation to ensure financial stability. For aspiring entrepreneurs, understanding how banks create money is essential because it explains why access to credit is a fundamental driver of business success. Entrepreneurs often rely on bank loans to start new ventures, purchase inventory, or scale their businesses. By maintaining strong financial records and demonstrating a clear plan for profitability, business owners can increase their chances of securing loans and growing their enterprises. The evolution of banking from medieval moneylenders to sophisticated financial institutions shows how money, when managed properly, can be a powerful force for economic development and entrepreneurship. As economies became larger and more interconnected, governments recognized the need for an institution that could oversee and regulate financial systems to prevent instability, control inflation, and ensure long-term economic growth. This led to the creation of central banks, which are responsible for managing a nation's currency, money supply, and interest rates. Central banks, such as the Federal Reserve in the United States and the European Central Bank in the Eurozone, were established to maintain financial stability, act as lenders of last resort during economic crises, and implement policies that promote steady economic growth. Before central banks existed, individual banks were responsible for issuing their own currency, which often led to problems such as excessive money printing, bank failures, and economic downturns. This lack of regulation created uncertainty in financial markets and made it difficult for businesses and consumers to operate with confidence. To address these issues, governments established central banks to create a standardized monetary system, regulate financial institutions, and stabilize the economy by controlling inflation and interest rates. One of the primary roles of central banks is to control inflation, which refers to the rate at which prices rise over time. When inflation is too high, the cost of goods and services increases rapidly, reducing the purchasing power of consumers and making it more expensive for businesses to operate. On the other hand, if inflation is too low or if prices begin to fall, economic growth can slow down, leading to lower wages and higher unemployment. Central banks use various tools to regulate inflation and ensure that prices remain stable. One of the most important tools is adjusting interest rates, which determine the cost of borrowing money. When inflation is rising too quickly, central banks increase interest rates, making it more expensive for businesses and individuals to take out loans. This reduces spending and slows down inflation. Conversely, when economic growth is too slow, or during times of financial crisis, central banks lower interest rates to encourage borrowing and investment, stimulating economic activity. Another crucial function of central banks is managing the money supply, which refers to the total amount of money circulating in the economy. If too much money is printed or injected into the financial system, it can lead to inflation, as there are more funds available to spend on the same amount of goods and services. To control the money supply, central banks use open market operations, which involve buying or selling government bonds to influence liquidity in the banking system. By carefully managing inflation, interest rates, and the money supply, central banks create a stable environment where businesses can plan for the future, investors can make informed decisions, and consumers can maintain confidence in the economy. The importance of central banks and sound monetary policy became especially evident during the 2008 financial crisis, which was one of the most severe economic downturns in modern history. The crisis was caused by excessive lending, poor risk management, and weak financial regulations that allowed banks to issue risky loans, particularly in the housing market. In the years leading up to the crisis, banks and financial institutions encouraged homebuyers to take out mortgages even if they had low credit scores or insufficient income to repay the loans. These risky mortgages, known as subprime loans, were bundled together and sold to investors as financial products called mortgage-backed securities. When housing prices started to decline, many homeowners defaulted on their loans, causing massive losses for banks and financial institutions that had invested in these risky assets. As a result, major financial firms collapsed, stock markets plummeted, and businesses around the world faced a severe credit shortage, leading to widespread layoffs and economic hardship. Central banks responded by implementing emergency measures to prevent further economic collapse. The Federal Reserve and other central banks lowered interest rates to near zero, injected trillions of dollars into financial markets, and provided bailouts to stabilize the banking system. While these actions helped prevent a complete financial meltdown, the crisis highlighted the dangers of excessive risk-taking, inadequate regulation, and poor monetary policy decisions. For entrepreneurs, the 2008 financial crisis offers valuable lessons in risk management and financial responsibility. One of the key takeaways is the importance of avoiding excessive debt and ensuring that a business can survive economic downturns. Many companies that relied too heavily on borrowed money struggled to stay afloat when credit became scarce, leading to bankruptcies and business closures. Entrepreneurs should focus on maintaining healthy cash reserves, diversifying revenue streams, and avoiding overdependence on external financing. Another critical lesson is the need to assess financial risks carefully and understand the potential consequences of economic changes. Just as banks underestimated the risks of subprime loans, businesses that fail to account for market fluctuations or shifts in consumer demand can find themselves in difficult situations. Entrepreneurs should regularly evaluate their business models, stay informed about economic trends, and adopt financial strategies that prioritize long-term stability over short-term gains. The financial crisis also demonstrated the importance of government regulations and oversight in maintaining a fair and stable economic system. While excessive regulation can sometimes limit business growth, a complete lack of oversight can lead to reckless behavior that ultimately harms the entire economy. Entrepreneurs should understand how financial policies affect their industries and advocate for balanced regulations that support innovation while preventing financial instability. By learning from past mistakes and implementing sound financial practices, entrepreneurs can build businesses that are resilient, adaptable, and capable of thriving in any economic environment. Money is one of the most powerful tools in an economy, and understanding what gives it value is crucial for entrepreneurs who want to build successful businesses. Throughout history, the value of money has evolved based on different systems and economic principles. In the past, many countries used the gold standard, which meant that paper money could be exchanged for a specific amount of gold held in reserves by the government. This system provided stability because gold was a limited resource with intrinsic value, meaning that paper currency was backed by something tangible. Entrepreneurs and businesses could trust that their money would retain its value over time because it was tied to a physical commodity. However, as economies grew and global trade expanded, the gold standard became impractical. Governments needed more flexibility to adjust their money supply to respond to economic changes, financial crises, and periods of rapid growth. The system limited how much money could be printed because it had to be backed by gold, which restricted economic expansion. As a result, most countries gradually abandoned the gold standard in the 20th century and moved to a fiat money system. Fiat money is currency that has no intrinsic value and is not backed by a physical commodity like gold or silver. Instead, its value comes from government regulation and public trust. The shift to fiat money allowed governments to have more control over their economies by adjusting the money supply as needed, but it also introduced new risks such as inflation and currency devaluation. The value of fiat money depends on several factors, the most important of which is government backing. When a government declares a currency as legal tender, it means that businesses and individuals must accept it as a valid form of payment. This legal enforcement gives fiat money its primary function as a medium of exchange. However, simply declaring money as legal tender is not enough to maintain its value. The public must have confidence that the currency will retain its purchasing power over time. Trust in money comes from a strong and stable economy, responsible government policies, and a well-managed financial system. If people lose faith in a currency, its value can collapse, leading to hyperinflation and economic instability. A well-known example of this occurred in Zimbabwe in the early 2000s when the government printed excessive amounts of money to cover its debts. This caused inflation to skyrocket, and the currency became virtually worthless, forcing people to use foreign currencies such as the US dollar instead. Entrepreneurs need to be aware of the stability of the currency in which they operate, because fluctuations in its value can affect the profitability of their businesses. When people trust a currency, they are more willing to save, invest, and engage in long-term financial planning, all of which are essential for a healthy business environment. Another factor that influences the value of money is exchange rates, which determine how much one currency is worth compared to another. Exchange rates fluctuate constantly based on various economic factors, making them an essential consideration for businesses that operate internationally. One of the main reasons currencies fluctuate is inflation, which refers to the rate at which prices rise over time. If a country has high inflation, the purchasing power of its currency decreases, making it less valuable compared to other currencies. For example, if inflation in a country is higher than in its trading partners, the cost of goods and services in that country will rise, reducing demand for its currency in foreign exchange markets. Interest rates also play a crucial role in determining exchange rates. When a country raises interest rates, it attracts foreign investment because investors can earn higher returns on savings and bonds. This increases demand for the currency, causing its value to rise. On the other hand, if a country lowers interest rates, it makes borrowing cheaper, but can also reduce the attractiveness of its currency, leading to depreciation. Supply and demand in currency markets also drive exchange rate movements. If many people want to buy a particular currency, its value will increase. If more people are selling it, the value will decrease. Trade balances also affect exchange rates because countries that export more than they import tend to have stronger currencies, while those that rely heavily on imports often see their currencies weaken. Exchange rates are managed in different ways depending on whether a country has a fixed or floating exchange rate system. A fixed exchange rate means that a country's government or central bank sets and maintains the currency's value at a specific level relative to another currency, usually the US dollar or a basket of major currencies. This system provides stability and predictability for businesses and investors, but it requires the government to intervene in currency markets regularly to maintain the fixed rate. Countries with fixed exchange rates need large reserves of foreign currency to support their exchange rate policies. If the fixed rate is set too high or too low compared to the actual market value, it can create economic imbalances leading to shortages of goods or excessive trade deficits. In contrast, a floating exchange rate is determined by supply and demand in global currency markets without direct government intervention. Most major economies, including the United States and the Eurozone, use floating exchange rates, allowing currencies to adjust naturally based on economic conditions. Floating exchange rates provide flexibility, enabling economies to respond to changing circumstances, but they can also create uncertainty for businesses that operate internationally. Entrepreneurs engaged in global trade must monitor exchange rate fluctuations because sudden changes can impact costs, profits, and competitiveness. If a currency strengthens, exports become more expensive for foreign buyers, potentially reducing sales. If a currency weakens, imports become more expensive, increasing the cost of raw materials and production. Understanding what gives money its value is essential for entrepreneurs, because it affects everything from pricing strategies to investment decisions. Businesses that rely on imports and exports must account for exchange rate risks, while those operating in economies with unstable currencies need to plan for inflation and currency devaluation. The transition from the gold standard to fiat money has given governments more control over financial systems, but it has also introduced new challenges that require careful economic management. Entrepreneurs who stay informed about monetary policies, inflation trends, and exchange rate movements can make better financial decisions, reduce risks, and seize opportunities in the global marketplace. By recognizing the factors that influence the value of money, business owners can build resilient companies that thrive in both stable and uncertain economic environments. Currency plays a vital role in business because it affects the cost of goods, the profitability of trade, and the financial stability of companies that operate in multiple countries. One of the most significant ways currency impacts business is through exchange rate fluctuations, which determine how much one country's money is worth compared to another. When the value of a currency changes, it directly affects the cost of imports and exports. If a country's currency strengthens, meaning it becomes more valuable compared to other currencies, imported goods become cheaper because businesses and consumers can buy more with the same amount of money. This is beneficial for companies that rely on imported raw materials, machinery, or products because it reduces costs and allows them to increase profit margins. However, a stronger currency also makes exports more expensive for foreign buyers, potentially reducing demand for goods and services in international markets. Businesses that rely on selling products overseas may struggle to compete because their goods become more expensive compared to those from countries with weaker currencies. On the other hand, if a country's currency weakens, exports become more attractive to international buyers because they cost less in foreign currencies. This can lead to an increase in demand for domestically produced goods, boosting sales for businesses that sell abroad. However, a weaker currency also makes imports more expensive, raising the cost of raw materials, fuel, and other essential inputs for companies that depend on foreign suppliers. This can lead to higher production costs, forcing businesses to either raise prices or absorb the additional expenses, which can impact overall profitability. Entrepreneurs who operate businesses that engage in international trade must actively manage currency risks to protect their profits from unexpected exchange rate movements. One of the most effective ways to do this is through currency hedging, which involves using financial instruments such as forward contracts or options to lock in exchange rates for future transactions. By securing a fixed exchange rate, businesses can protect themselves from sudden currency fluctuations that could otherwise impact costs and revenues. Another strategy is to diversify supply chains by sourcing materials from multiple countries to reduce reliance on a single currency. This approach helps businesses maintain stable costs, even if one currency becomes more expensive. Entrepreneurs should also consider pricing strategies that factor in potential currency fluctuations, such as setting prices in stable international currencies like the US dollar or the euro to minimize risks. Additionally, monitoring economic indicators such as inflation rates, interest rate changes, and trade policies can help business owners anticipate currency movements and make informed financial decisions. For businesses that operate primarily in domestic markets, it is still essential to understand how currency fluctuations impact the broader economy, because changes in exchange rates affect the purchasing power of consumers, the cost of imported goods, and overall market conditions. One of the most extreme examples of how currency instability can devastate businesses and entire economies is the case of hyperinflation in Zimbabwe in the early 2000s. Hyperinflation occurs when the value of money declines so rapidly that prices skyrocket uncontrollably, making it almost impossible for businesses to operate and for consumers to afford basic necessities. In Zimbabwe, the government printed excessive amounts of money to cover budget deficits and finance state programs, without increasing the production of goods and services to match the growing money supply. As a result, the value of the Zimbabwean dollar collapsed, and prices increased at an astronomical rate. Businesses were unable to set stable prices because the cost of goods changed dramatically within hours or even minutes. Employees demanded higher wages to keep up with rising prices, but businesses could not afford to pay them, leading to widespread job losses and economic collapse. Many companies were forced to close because they could no longer afford raw materials or manage financial transactions in an environment where money lost its value almost instantly. The situation became so severe that Zimbabwe eventually abandoned its currency and began using foreign currencies, such as the US dollar and South African rand, to stabilize the economy. The hyperinflation crisis in Zimbabwe serves as a critical lesson about the dangers of excessive money printing and the importance of sound monetary policies. For entrepreneurs, the key takeaway from Zimbabwe's hyperinflation crisis is the importance of operating in a stable economic environment where money retains its value over time. A well-managed currency system allows businesses to plan for the future, set long-term pricing strategies, and invest in growth with confidence. Governments must maintain responsible monetary policies to prevent inflation from spiraling out of control and to ensure that businesses can function without constant financial uncertainty. Entrepreneurs should pay close attention to the economic policies of the countries in which they operate, because changes in monetary policy can affect interest rates, inflation, and overall business conditions. By staying informed about currency trends and implementing strategies to manage financial risks, entrepreneurs can protect their businesses from the negative effects of exchange rate fluctuations and economic instability. Understanding the impact of currency on business is essential for making smart financial decisions, maintaining profitability, and ensuring long-term success in an increasingly globalized economy. Money moves continuously through an economy in a cycle that connects households, businesses, and the government, creating what economists call the circular flow of money. This flow determines how income is earned, how products and services are exchanged, and how wealth is distributed across different sectors of society. Understanding this cycle is essential for entrepreneurs because it reveals how money is created, spent, saved, and reinvested, directly impacting business operations and financial decisions. Households play a crucial role in this cycle because they provide labor to businesses in exchange for wages and salaries. These wages then become the primary source of income that households use to buy goods and services, paying businesses for the products they need for daily life. When consumers spend money at businesses, those businesses generate revenue, which allows them to pay for raw materials, invest in equipment, expand operations, and hire more employees. This spending drives demand for products and services, stimulating further economic activity. Some of the money that businesses earn is reinvested into the economy through wages, dividends for investors, and additional investments in new projects or research and development. A portion of business profits also goes to the government in the form of taxes, which are then used to fund public services such as infrastructure, education, and healthcare. The government plays a critical role in the circular flow of money by collecting taxes from both households and businesses and redistributing those funds through government spending on projects that benefit the economy. When the government spends money on building roads, funding schools, or improving public transportation, it creates jobs and increases demand for goods and services, further contributing to the economic cycle. The way money moves through wages, spending, taxes, and investments determines the overall health of an economy and influences how businesses grow and succeed. When wages are stable and consumer spending is strong, businesses thrive because they have a steady stream of customers. However, if wages stagnate or consumer confidence declines, people may reduce their spending, leading to lower sales for businesses and potential layoffs for workers. This is why businesses closely monitor economic conditions, interest rates, and employment trends to make informed decisions about hiring, pricing, and expansion. Entrepreneurs should also understand how investment flows through the economy, as investments in financial markets, real estate, and new businesses create new opportunities for growth. Investors, including individuals and large institutions, provide capital that fuels business expansion, enabling startups to scale and established businesses to develop new products or enter new markets. The availability of investment capital is often influenced by economic conditions, interest rates, and government policies that encourage or discourage business funding. Entrepreneurs seeking to start or grow their businesses must pay attention to these financial flows, as access to investment funds can determine whether a business succeeds or struggles in a competitive environment. Governments play a significant role in shaping the economy through fiscal policy, which refers to how they manage taxation and government spending to influence economic growth. Taxation affects businesses directly because the amount of taxes they pay impacts their profits and ability to reinvest in growth. Lower corporate taxes can encourage businesses to expand, hire more workers, and increase investment in innovation. On the other hand, higher taxes can reduce disposable income for both businesses and consumers, potentially slowing economic growth. For entrepreneurs, understanding tax policies is crucial because it affects everything from pricing strategies to hiring decisions. Some governments offer tax incentives, such as deductions for research and development, or lower tax rates for small businesses, to encourage entrepreneurship and innovation. Government spending also influences business opportunities, as public funds are used for infrastructure projects, defense contracts, and subsidies for industries such as renewable energy and technology. When the government invests in building new highways, for example, construction companies benefit directly, but so do businesses that rely on transportation to move goods efficiently. Entrepreneurs who recognize these opportunities can position their businesses to benefit from government-funded projects and policies. The impact of fiscal policy on businesses and startups cannot be overstated. as changes in taxation and government spending can determine how easy or difficult it is for entrepreneurs to launch and sustain their ventures. In times of economic downturn, governments may increase spending to stimulate job creation and encourage business activity, a strategy known as expansionary fiscal policy. This can provide opportunities for businesses to secure government contracts, take advantage of financial support programs, or benefit from increased consumer spending driven by public investment. Conversely, during periods of inflation or budget deficits, governments may reduce spending and raise taxes to control economic growth, which can limit opportunities for businesses and make borrowing more expensive. Entrepreneurs must stay informed about fiscal policies and economic trends to navigate these changes effectively. By understanding how the circular flow of money operates and how government policies impact the economy, business owners can make smarter financial decisions, manage risks, and identify opportunities for growth. A well-functioning economy depends on a balanced flow of money between households, businesses, and the government, and entrepreneurs who grasp this dynamic can position themselves for long-term success in an ever-changing financial landscape. Inflation and deflation are two powerful economic forces that can shape the financial landscape for businesses and consumers alike. Inflation occurs when the general price level of goods and services rises over time, reducing the purchasing power of money. This means that as inflation increases, consumers must spend more to buy the same products, making it harder for households to afford necessities such as food, housing, and transportation. For businesses, inflation presents both challenges and opportunities. On one hand, companies that sell goods and services may be able to increase their prices, leading to higher revenues. On the other hand, the cost of raw materials, wages, rent, and other expenses also rise, which can reduce profit margins if businesses cannot pass those costs on to consumers. When inflation is moderate and stable, it is often seen as a sign of a growing economy, encouraging businesses to invest and expand. However, when inflation rises too quickly, it can create uncertainty, making it difficult for businesses to plan for the future. High inflation erodes the value of money, meaning that businesses must spend more to maintain the same level of operations. Workers often demand higher wages to keep up with rising living costs, increasing labor expenses for employers. Additionally, inflation affects interest rates because central banks may raise rates to slow down inflation, making borrowing more expensive for businesses and consumers. This can lead to lower spending and reduced business investment, slowing overall economic growth. In extreme cases, hyperinflation can destabilize an entire economy, making it nearly impossible for businesses to function as prices spiral out of control. Deflation, the opposite of inflation, occurs when the general price level of goods and services declines over time. While lower prices may seem beneficial to consumers, persistent deflation can have serious negative effects on businesses and the economy as a whole. When prices fall, consumers and businesses often delay purchases and investments, expecting prices to drop further in the future. This can lead to reduced demand, causing businesses to cut costs by lowering wages or reducing their workforce. As companies earn less revenue, they may struggle to repay debts, leading to an increase in bankruptcies and financial instability. Deflation also increases the real value of debt, making it harder for both businesses and individuals to pay off loans. When businesses anticipate lower profits, they may reduce spending on expansion, hiring, and innovation, further slowing economic growth. In a deflationary environment, the entire economy can enter a downward spiral where reduced spending leads to lower revenues, job losses, and even deeper price declines. Entrepreneurs operating in such conditions must be extremely cautious, as declining prices can make it difficult to sustain profitability. A business that sells goods at lower prices while still facing fixed costs, such as rent and salaries, may struggle to survive, leading to closures and reduced economic activity. Entrepreneurs can take several steps to protect their businesses from the negative effects of inflation. One of the most effective strategies is to diversify revenue streams, ensuring that the business does not rely too heavily on a single source of income. This can include expanding product lines, entering new markets, or offering subscription-based services that generate steady revenue regardless of price fluctuations. Another key strategy is to increase efficiency by reducing unnecessary costs and optimizing supply chains. Businesses that negotiate better contracts with suppliers, automate processes, and manage inventory effectively can keep expenses under control even as inflation drives up costs. Raising prices carefully and strategically is also important, as sudden or excessive price increases can drive away customers. Instead of directly increasing prices, businesses can adjust packaging sizes, introduce premium versions of products, or bundle services to maintain profitability without causing customer dissatisfaction. Entrepreneurs can also consider securing long-term contracts with suppliers at fixed prices to hedge against rising costs. Investing in assets that appreciate in value, such as real estate or commodities, can provide a hedge against inflation and preserve business wealth over time. Additionally, businesses that manage their debt wisely by securing low-interest loans before inflation drives borrowing costs higher can maintain financial stability even in a high-inflation environment. A notable case study of the long-term effects of deflation is Japan's economic crisis, which began in the 1990s and continues to affect the country's economy today. After decades of rapid economic growth, Japan experienced a financial bubble in the late 1980s, driven by excessive speculation in real estate and stock markets. When the bubble burst in the early 1990s, asset prices collapsed, leading to a severe banking crisis and prolonged economic stagnation. This period, often referred to as the lost decade, saw deflation take hold in Japan's economy, with prices declining year after year. Businesses faced shrinking revenues, forcing them to cut costs by reducing wages and investment in new projects. Consumer spending slowed dramatically as people delayed purchases, expecting prices to continue falling. The banking sector also suffered, as businesses and individuals struggled to repay loans, leading to a credit crunch where banks became reluctant to lend money. This lack of credit availability further slowed economic growth, creating a cycle of low demand, declining profits, and stagnant wages. Even as the government implemented various policies to stimulate the economy, including lowering interest rates and increasing public spending, Japan struggled to break free from deflation. The long-term effects of this deflationary period reshaped Japan's economy, with businesses adopting ultra-conservative financial strategies, consumers becoming highly risk-averse, and economic growth remaining sluggish for decades. Entrepreneurs operating in slow growth or deflationary environments must adapt their strategies to survive and thrive. One of the most important approaches is to focus on providing essential goods and services that consumers continue to need regardless of economic conditions. Businesses that operate in industries such as healthcare, utilities, and affordable consumer goods tend to be more resilient during deflationary periods. Another key strategy is to emphasize cost control and efficiency, ensuring that business operations remain sustainable even as revenues decline. Companies that focus on digital transformation, automation, and lean business models can reduce costs while maintaining quality and competitiveness. Expanding into international markets can also be a valuable approach, as businesses facing slow growth in one country can explore opportunities in regions with stronger economic activity. Offering flexible pricing models, subscription services, and personalized discounts can encourage consumer spending even in cautious economic conditions. Entrepreneurs should also maintain strong financial discipline, avoiding excessive debt, and ensuring that their businesses have sufficient cash reserves to weather periods of slow growth. By staying adaptable and focusing on long-term sustainability, businesses can navigate economic downturns and position themselves for success when growth conditions improve. Understanding inflation and deflation is essential for entrepreneurs because these economic forces influence everything from pricing strategies to investment decisions. Inflation can erode purchasing power and increase costs, requiring businesses to find ways to manage expenses and maintain profitability. Deflation, on the other hand, can lead to lower revenues and reduce consumer spending, forcing businesses to adopt conservative financial strategies. By learning from historical examples such as Japan's deflation crisis and implementing proactive business strategies, entrepreneurs can navigate economic fluctuations effectively and build resilient businesses that thrive in any financial environment. Making money as an entrepreneur requires a deep understanding of different ways to generate income, build a sustainable business, and create long-term financial stability. Entrepreneurs have multiple paths to earning money, and the approach they choose depends on their skills, resources, risk tolerance, and long-term goals. One of the most fundamental distinctions in earning money is the difference between active and passive income. Active income is money earned through direct effort, such as providing a service, running a business, or working on projects that require ongoing involvement. Freelancers, consultants, and business owners who actively manage their companies generate active income because they must continuously work to maintain their earnings. On the other hand, passive income allows entrepreneurs to earn money with minimal ongoing effort after an initial investment of time, money, or resources. This includes revenue from investments, rental properties, royalties, automated businesses, and online content that generates recurring income. While active income provides immediate financial returns, passive income offers long-term wealth-building opportunities that can create financial independence and security. Many successful entrepreneurs build a combination of both, ensuring they have stable earnings while also creating sources of income that continue to generate money even when they are not actively working. Entrepreneurs can choose from several different paths to earn money, depending on their skills, market opportunities, and business interests. Freelancing is one of the most accessible ways to start earning, as it allows individuals to offer their expertise in exchange for payment without needing a large upfront investment. Freelancers can work as writers, designers, developers, marketers, consultants, or service providers in almost any industry. With the rise of online platforms, freelancers can now reach global clients, increasing their earning potential. Another common path is launching a startup, where entrepreneurs create a new business based on an innovative idea, product, or service. Startups often focus on solving a specific problem in the market, and while they require significant effort and investment to grow, they have the potential for high returns if successful. Investing is another way to generate income, where entrepreneurs put money into stocks, bonds, real estate, or other financial assets that appreciate in value over time. Smart investing requires knowledge of financial markets, risk management, and strategic decision-making to maximize returns. Asset ownership is another avenue, where entrepreneurs acquire properties, intellectual property, or valuable business assets that generate revenue, such as rental properties, patents, or licensing deals. The key to making money successfully as an entrepreneur is to diversify income sources, ensuring that financial stability is maintained even if one revenue stream experiences challenges. A crucial factor in earning money as an entrepreneur is understanding different business models and how they generate revenue. Traditional businesses operate through physical stores, service-based operations, or manufacturing, where products or services are exchanged for direct payments. These businesses require significant startup capital, infrastructure, and operational management, but can provide stable and predictable revenue if managed efficiently. In contrast, Online startups have become increasingly popular due to their lower startup costs, scalability, and ability to reach global markets. Online businesses eliminate the need for physical locations and allow entrepreneurs to operate with minimal overhead costs while leveraging digital tools to maximize profits. Within the online business space, there are multiple business models that entrepreneurs can choose from, each with its unique advantages and challenges. Subscription models have gained popularity, where businesses charge customers a recurring fee to access products or services. This model provides steady, predictable revenue and improves customer retention, making it attractive for entrepreneurs looking to build long-term profitability. E-commerce is another widely used business model where entrepreneurs sell physical or digital products through online platforms. E-commerce businesses can operate independently or through marketplaces such as Amazon, Shopify, or Etsy, allowing entrepreneurs to reach a large audience without the need for a physical storefront. Software as a service, or SaaS, is another lucrative business model where companies provide digital tools, applications, or services on a subscription basis. SaaS businesses have high scalability potential because they allow customers to access software without the need for expensive installations or maintenance. Affiliate marketing is another way entrepreneurs can earn money by promoting other companies' products or services in exchange for a commission on sales. This model is commonly used in content creation, blogging, and digital marketing, where entrepreneurs leverage their online audience to drive sales for partner businesses. For entrepreneurs looking to make money, choosing the right business model and income strategy is essential for long-term success. The most successful entrepreneurs focus on building multiple streams of income, balancing active and passive earnings, and continuously adapting to market changes. Understanding industry trends, consumer behavior, and financial management can help entrepreneurs create sustainable businesses that generate consistent revenue. Whether through freelancing, launching a startup, investing in assets, or building an online business, entrepreneurs must remain innovative, resilient, and adaptable to achieve financial success. Making money as an entrepreneur is not just about earning revenue, but also about creating value, solving problems, and strategically positioning a business for long-term growth in an ever-changing economy. Pricing strategies play a crucial role in determining the profitability and long-term success of a business. Setting the right price for a product or service is not just about covering costs and making a profit, but also about understanding the market, customer psychology, competition, and value perception. Entrepreneurs must carefully evaluate several factors before determining the optimal price point for their offerings. The first step in setting the right price is to analyze costs, including production, labor, marketing, and distribution expenses. A business must ensure that the price charged for a product or service covers all costs while generating a reasonable profit margin to sustain operations and enable future growth. However, pricing cannot be based on costs alone because customers do not make purchasing decisions purely based on the expenses incurred by a business. Instead, they evaluate the perceived value of a product, comparing it to alternatives available in the market. Entrepreneurs must conduct thorough market research to assess demand, understand competitors' pricing strategies, and position their products accordingly. A high price can signal exclusivity, premium quality, or uniqueness, while a low price can attract budget-conscious consumers, but may reduce profit margins and affect brand perception. Different pricing models can be used depending on the business model and target audience, including cost-plus pricing, value-based pricing, penetration pricing, and dynamic pricing. Cost-plus pricing involves adding a fixed percentage to the total cost to ensure profitability, making it a straightforward approach, but one that may not always maximize revenue potential. Value-based pricing focuses on what customers are willing to pay based on the benefits they receive. allowing businesses to charge higher prices if their product provides significant value or solves a unique problem. Penetration pricing involves setting an initially low price to attract customers, gain market share, and create brand loyalty before gradually increasing prices once demand is established. Dynamic pricing is a strategy where businesses adjust prices based on demand, competitor pricing, and market conditions, a method commonly used in industries such as airlines, hotels, and e-commerce. Understanding customer psychology is essential in pricing because purchasing decisions are often driven by emotions, perceptions, and subconscious triggers rather than pure logic. Consumers do not always choose the cheapest option, but instead look for the best combination of price, quality, convenience, and brand reputation. Psychological pricing techniques influence how customers perceive value and make buying decisions. Charm pricing, which involves setting prices just below a round number, such as pricing a product at $99 instead of $100, creates the perception that the price is significantly lower than it actually is. Another effective technique is bundle pricing, where multiple products or services are sold together at a discount, making customers feel they are getting more value for their money while increasing overall sales volume. Price anchoring is another psychological tactic where businesses present a higher-priced option next to a lower-priced one, making the lower-priced option appear more attractive in comparison. Scarcity and urgency pricing, where businesses highlight limited-time offers or low stock availability, encourage customers to act quickly to secure a deal, leading to increased conversions. Subscription pricing models take advantage of customer psychology by offering a low-cost entry point while ensuring recurring revenue, a strategy that has become popular in software, entertainment, and e-commerce industries. By leveraging these psychological insights, entrepreneurs can design pricing strategies that maximize sales and profitability while building strong customer loyalty. A powerful example of how pricing strategies drive business success can be seen in Amazon's approach to pricing and its overall business model. Jeff Bezos built Amazon into one of the most dominant global companies by focusing on customer-centric pricing strategies that prioritized volume, efficiency, and long-term market dominance. One of Amazon's most effective pricing strategies is dynamic pricing, where the company continuously adjusts prices based on real-time data, competitor pricing, and customer demand. This allows Amazon to offer competitive prices while maintaining profitability by optimizing margins across different products and categories. The company also uses loss leader pricing, where it sells certain products at very low or even negative profit margins to attract customers, knowing that once customers are on the platform, they are likely to purchase other items at higher profit margins. Another critical element of Amazon's pricing strategy is its Prime membership model, which offers free shipping and exclusive deals in exchange for a recurring subscription fee. By locking customers into the ecosystem, Amazon increases customer retention and encourages frequent purchases, leading to higher lifetime value per customer. The company also leverages psychological pricing techniques, such as displaying discounts prominently, offering bundled deals, and using urgency-based promotions like limited-time offers and flash sales to drive sales. The use of advanced algorithms and artificial intelligence enables Amazon to continuously analyze purchasing behavior and optimize pricing strategies in ways that maximize revenue and market share. Jeff Bezos' long-term approach to pricing focused on reinvesting profits into expansion, technology, and customer experience rather than short-term gains, allowing Amazon to scale rapidly and dominate multiple industries. The success of Amazon's pricing strategy demonstrates that the right pricing approach is not just about setting a number, but about creating a comprehensive system that aligns with customer behavior, competitive positioning, and business growth objectives. For entrepreneurs, pricing is one of the most critical decisions that determine success in a competitive marketplace. A well-designed pricing strategy can increase sales, improve customer loyalty, and maximize profitability, while a poorly executed strategy can lead to lost revenue, weak brand positioning, and customer dissatisfaction. Entrepreneurs must continuously monitor market trends, test different pricing models, and refine their approach based on customer feedback and business performance. By understanding how pricing influences consumer behavior, leveraging proven psychological techniques, and studying successful pricing strategies used by industry leaders, entrepreneurs can create a pricing structure that drives sustainable business growth. Pricing is not just about numbers, but about perception, strategy, and long-term vision, making it a crucial element in building a successful and profitable business. Credit and debt play a fundamental role in business and personal finance, influencing how individuals and companies access funds, invest in opportunities, and manage financial stability. Credit is essentially borrowed money that allows individuals or businesses to make purchases or investments with the promise of repayment in the future, often with interest. It functions as a tool that can either help build wealth and expand business operations, or create financial burdens if not managed responsibly. Lenders, including banks, credit unions, and financial institutions, assess the ability of borrowers to repay loans based on several factors, including income, assets, financial history, and credit scores. A credit score is one of the most important measures of financial trustworthiness and is used by lenders to determine the risk of lending money to an individual or business. Credit scores are calculated based on several factors, including payment history, total debt, length of credit history, types of credit accounts, and recent credit inquiries. A higher credit score indicates that a borrower has a strong track record of managing debt responsibly, making it easier to secure loans with lower interest rates and better terms. Conversely, a low credit score can make borrowing more expensive and limit access to financial opportunities, forcing individuals and businesses to rely on alternative or high-interest forms of credit. There is a distinction between personal credit and business credit, both of which play an important role in financial decision-making. Personal credit is tied to an individual's financial history and is used for personal loans, credit cards, mortgages, and other forms of borrowing that affect an individual's financial well-being. Business credit, on the other hand, is specifically used for company-related expenses and is tied to the financial standing of a business rather than an individual. Entrepreneurs must establish and maintain strong business credit to access financing for expansion, equipment purchases, operational costs, and other investments without relying on personal financial resources. A good business credit profile allows companies to secure larger loans, negotiate better payment terms with suppliers, and build long-term financial credibility. Many small business owners initially use personal credit to fund their businesses, but as a company grows, establishing a separate business credit history is essential to reduce financial risk and protect personal assets. Lenders assess business credit based on factors such as revenue, industry risk, debt levels, and payment history. A company with strong business credit can qualify for lower interest rates, higher credit limits, and better relationships with financial institutions and suppliers. Debt is often viewed negatively, but not all debt is bad. The key to financial success is understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt, and how to use debt strategically to achieve long-term business growth. Good debt, also known as productive debt, is money borrowed for investments that generate income, increase asset value, or contribute to financial growth. Business loans are a prime example of productive debt because they allow entrepreneurs to expand operations, invest in new equipment, hire employees, or develop new products that can generate long-term revenue. Mortgages on commercial properties are another form of productive debt, as they enable businesses to acquire real estate that may appreciate in value and provide stable financial returns. When used wisely, productive debt can accelerate business growth and create wealth by allowing entrepreneurs to take advantage of opportunities that would not be possible without borrowed capital. On the other hand, bad debt, also known as destructive debt, is borrowing that does not contribute to wealth creation or financial stability. Credit card debt, high-interest personal loans, and payday loans are common examples of bad debt because they often come with high interest rates, making it difficult to repay the principal amount while also covering expensive interest charges. Businesses that rely too heavily on bad debt may struggle with cash flow issues, leading to financial instability and potential bankruptcy if debt obligations become overwhelming. Entrepreneurs can leverage debt for business growth by using borrowed funds strategically and ensuring that debt is managed effectively. The first step in using debt wisely is to borrow only what is necessary and to have a clear plan for repayment. Businesses should analyze whether a loan will generate more revenue than its cost before taking on debt, ensuring that borrowed money leads to long-term profitability rather than financial strain. Low-interest business loans, government-backed financing programs, and lines of credit with favorable terms are examples of responsible borrowing options that can support business expansion without creating excessive financial pressure. Another important strategy is maintaining a balance between debt and equity financing, where entrepreneurs use a mix of borrowed funds and personal or investor capital to reduce financial risk. Managing debt effectively also involves making timely payments, maintaining a low debt-to-income ratio, and avoiding excessive reliance on high-interest loans. By establishing strong financial discipline, entrepreneurs can use debt to build wealth, increase business opportunities, and position themselves for long-term success. Understanding how credit and debt function, maintaining a strong credit profile, and using borrowing strategically can help businesses grow sustainably while minimizing financial risks. Entrepreneurs who master the principles of credit management and debt utilization can build financially resilient companies that thrive in competitive markets and navigate economic challenges with confidence. Interest rates play a critical role in borrowing because they determine the cost of taking out loans, which directly impacts how businesses finance their operations, invest in growth, and manage financial risks. When a business borrows money, whether through a bank loan, bond issuance, or other forms of credit, it must pay interest to the lender in exchange for the capital received. Interest rates are influenced by several factors, including central bank policies, inflation rates, economic conditions, and the creditworthiness of the borrower. When interest rates are low, borrowing becomes cheaper, encouraging businesses to take out loans for expansion, investment, and operational improvements. Lower borrowing costs allow companies to finance new projects, purchase equipment, hire employees, and develop products with reduced financial strain. On the other hand, when interest rates rise, borrowing becomes more expensive, increasing the cost of debt and making it less attractive for businesses to take on new financial obligations. High interest rates can slow down economic activity because businesses and consumers may cut back on spending and investment due to higher financing costs. Entrepreneurs must closely monitor interest rate trends to determine the best times to secure loans, refinance existing debt, or make strategic financial decisions that minimize the long-term cost of borrowing. One of the most important concepts in borrowing is compound interest, which can either work for or against a business depending on how it is managed. Compound interest is the process by which interest is calculated on both the original loan amount and any accumulated interest from previous periods. This means that if a business does not repay its loans quickly, the total amount owed can grow exponentially over time. For example, if a company borrows $100,000 at an annual interest rate of 5%, it will owe $5,000 in interest after the first year. However, if the interest is compounded annually and the company does not make payments, the interest in the second year will be calculated on $105,000 instead of the original loan amount, resulting in even higher interest costs. While compound interest can make debt more expensive over time, businesses can also use it to their advantage by investing borrowed money into high-return opportunities that generate profits greater than the interest owed. Entrepreneurs who understand how compound interest works can make informed decisions about borrowing, ensuring that loans are structured in a way that minimizes costs and maximizes financial gains. Negotiating favorable loan terms is essential for businesses to reduce borrowing costs and improve financial flexibility. Entrepreneurs should approach lenders with a clear business plan, strong financial statements, and a well-defined strategy for using the borrowed funds. A strong credit history and a solid track record of managing debt responsibly can increase the chances of securing loans with lower interest rates and better repayment terms. Businesses should also compare different lending options, including traditional banks, credit unions, government-backed loan programs, and private lenders to find the best possible financing solutions. Key factors to negotiate include interest rates, repayment schedules, collateral requirements, and prepayment penalties. Fixed interest rates provide stability because they remain the same throughout the loan term, allowing businesses to plan their finances with certainty. Variable interest rates, on the other hand, can fluctuate based on market conditions, potentially leading to higher borrowing costs in the future. Entrepreneurs should also consider negotiating grace periods or flexible repayment terms that align with their revenue cycles, ensuring that loan payments do not create unnecessary cash flow problems. By securing favorable loan terms, businesses can reduce the financial burden of debt, improve profitability, and maintain greater control over their long-term financial health. A compelling case study that highlights the power of strategic borrowing is how Elon Musk used debt to scale Tesla into a global leader in the electric vehicle industry. Unlike traditional car manufacturers that relied heavily on existing infrastructure and stable cash flow, Tesla needed significant capital to fund research, develop new technologies, and build production facilities. Since Tesla was not yet profitable in its early years, it could not rely solely on revenue to finance its ambitious expansion plans. Instead, Musk strategically used debt to raise billions of dollars in funding while continuously reinvesting in innovation and production capacity. Tesla issued bonds, secured loans, and even leveraged government-backed financing programs to support its growth. One of the most significant financing moves was securing loans from the U.S. Department of Energy, which provided Tesla with hundreds of millions of dollars in funding to accelerate the development of electric vehicles. By carefully managing its debt and using borrowed funds to expand production and improve efficiency, Tesla was able to achieve economies of scale, reduce manufacturing costs, and increase sales. Additionally, Musk leveraged investor confidence to refinance existing debt and raise additional capital, ensuring that Tesla maintained financial flexibility while aggressively scaling operations. Despite facing financial challenges along the way, Tesla's strategic approach to borrowing enabled the company to transform from a struggling startup into one of the most valuable car manufacturers in the world. The success of Tesla demonstrates that when used wisely, debt can be a powerful tool for business growth, allowing companies to innovate, expand, and capture market opportunities that would not be possible through self-financing alone. Entrepreneurs must recognize that borrowing is not inherently good or bad, but depends on how it is managed and whether the borrowed funds are used productively. Businesses that take on debt without a clear plan for repayment or invest in low-return projects risk financial instability and potential bankruptcy. However, companies that use borrowed money to expand operations, increase revenue, and improve efficiency can achieve long-term success and financial sustainability. Understanding interest rates, negotiating favorable loan terms, and strategically managing debt are essential skills for entrepreneurs looking to scale their businesses while minimizing financial risks. By studying examples like Tesla and applying sound financial principles, business owners can use borrowing as a tool to fuel growth, seize opportunities, and build companies that thrive in competitive markets. Investing is one of the most effective ways to build wealth and achieve financial security, making it an essential part of any entrepreneur's financial strategy. Investments allow money to grow over time by generating returns through appreciation, interest, dividends, or business profits. Successful entrepreneurs understand that wealth is not just created by earning money, but by strategically putting that money to work in different investment vehicles. Stocks, bonds, real estate, cryptocurrency, and businesses are some of the most common investment options, each offering unique opportunities and risks. Stocks represent ownership in a company, allowing investors to benefit from business growth through price appreciation and dividends. Investing in stocks can generate significant returns over time, but prices fluctuate due to market conditions, competition, and economic trends, making it a high-risk but high-reward investment. Bonds, on the other hand, are fixed-income securities where investors lend money to governments or corporations in exchange for periodic interest payments and the return of principal at maturity. Bonds are considered lower risk than stocks because they provide stable returns, but they also offer lower potential for wealth accumulation. Real estate investments involve purchasing properties such as residential homes, commercial buildings, or rental units to generate rental income or long-term value appreciation. Real estate is a tangible asset that often retains its value even during economic downturns, making it a popular choice for entrepreneurs looking to diversify their portfolios. Cryptocurrency is a newer investment vehicle that involves digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, which operate on decentralized blockchain networks. While cryptocurrencies have experienced significant price increases, they are highly volatile and subject to regulatory changes, making them a risky investment for those unfamiliar with the market. Investing in businesses, whether by starting a company or acquiring shares in an existing business, provides another path to wealth creation. Owning a business can generate continuous income and build long-term financial security, but it requires careful planning, market research, and operational expertise to succeed. The key to successful investing is understanding the relationship between risk and reward. Higher risk investments, such as stocks, cryptocurrencies, and startups, have the potential for greater returns, but also come with a higher chance of loss. Lower risk investments, such as bonds and stable real estate properties, offer more predictable returns but may not grow wealth as quickly. Entrepreneurs must assess their risk tolerance, investment goals, and time horizon before deciding where to allocate their capital. Long-term investors who can tolerate short-term market fluctuations often benefit from higher risk investments because financial markets tend to grow over extended periods despite temporary downturns. However, those who need immediate financial stability may prefer lower risk investments that provide steady returns. A well-balanced investment strategy involves diversifying across multiple asset classes to reduce risk and ensure financial resilience. Diversification spreads investments across different sectors, industries, and asset types so that losses in one area can be offset by gains in another. Entrepreneurs who build a diversified portfolio are better positioned to withstand market fluctuations and economic downturns while maximizing their wealth-building potential. Building wealth as an entrepreneur requires patience, discipline, and an understanding of long-term financial principles. One of the most powerful strategies for growing wealth is compounding, which occurs when investment returns generate additional earnings over time. Compounding allows money to grow exponentially because interest, dividends, and reinvested profits continue to accumulate. Entrepreneurs who start investing early and reinvest their earnings can significantly increase their wealth over decades, making long-term investing one of the most effective ways to achieve financial independence. The power of compounding is especially evident in stock market investments, where reinvested dividends and price appreciation can lead to substantial gains over time. Even small, consistent contributions to an investment portfolio can grow into significant wealth when compounded over many years. Another essential principle in wealth creation is strategic diversification, which helps protect investments from market volatility and economic downturns. Entrepreneurs who diversify their investments across multiple industries, asset classes, and geographic regions reduce their exposure to financial risks while increasing their opportunities for growth. Diversification can include a mix of stocks, bonds, real estate, business investments, and alternative assets, ensuring that a single market decline does not wipe out an entire portfolio. For example, if stock prices fall during a market downturn, real estate investments or fixed income securities may provide stability and prevent significant losses. Entrepreneurs who understand the importance of long-term investing and diversification can build financial security that allows them to take calculated risks, expand their businesses, and achieve financial freedom. Wealth creation is not just about earning money, but about making strategic financial decisions that maximize long-term value. Entrepreneurs who reinvest their business profits into growth opportunities, secure high-return investments, and practice disciplined financial management can create lasting wealth that supports their business ventures and personal financial goals. Understanding different investment vehicles, balancing risk and reward, leveraging the power of compounding, and applying diversification strategies are essential components of a successful wealth-building plan. By adopting an investment mindset, entrepreneurs can generate multiple streams of income, protect their financial future, and achieve long-term economic success. Investing wisely allows entrepreneurs to take advantage of opportunities, secure financial independence, and build a legacy that extends beyond their immediate business ventures. Financial markets play a crucial role in the global economy by allowing businesses, investors, and governments to buy, sell, and trade financial assets. These markets facilitate the flow of money, helping businesses raise capital, investors grow their wealth, and economies expand. Understanding how financial markets work is essential for entrepreneurs because they provide opportunities to raise funds, invest in profitable ventures, and manage financial risks. There are several types of financial markets, each serving a specific purpose. The stock market is one of the most well-known and widely used markets, where shares of publicly traded companies are bought and sold. When a company needs to raise capital, it can issue shares to investors in exchange for funding. Investors purchase these shares with the expectation that the company will grow and generate profits, leading to an increase in stock value. The stock market operates through major exchanges such as the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and the London Stock Exchange, where traders and investors buy and sell shares based on market conditions, company performance, and economic trends. Another important financial market is the commodities market, where raw materials such as oil, gold, wheat, and coffee are traded. Commodities are essential for businesses that rely on raw materials for production, and their prices fluctuate based on supply and demand, geopolitical events, and economic conditions. Entrepreneurs involved in industries such as manufacturing, agriculture, and energy must closely monitor commodity prices as they impact production costs and profitability. Forex trading, or the foreign exchange market, is another critical financial market where currencies are bought and sold. Businesses engaged in international trade and investments depend on forex markets to manage currency fluctuations and exchange rate risks. The forex market operates 24 hours a day, allowing traders and businesses to react to global events and economic shifts in real time. Understanding how these financial markets work enables entrepreneurs to make informed decisions about raising capital, managing financial risks, and investing for long-term growth. One of the most significant events in a company's financial journey is going public through an initial public offering, or IPO. When a company decides to go public, it means that it is offering shares of its business to the general public for the first time on a stock exchange. This allows the company to raise large amounts of capital from investors in exchange for ownership stakes in the business. The IPO process begins with a company working with investment banks and financial advisors to determine its valuation and how many shares it will offer. The company must also meet strict regulatory requirements and disclose detailed financial information to potential investors. Once the shares are listed on a stock exchange, investors can buy and sell them based on market demand. Going public provides businesses with access to substantial funding that can be used for expansion, product development, acquisitions, and paying off existing debt. However, it also comes with challenges, as publicly traded companies must comply with strict financial reporting standards, manage shareholder expectations, and deal with market volatility. Many successful businesses, including technology giants like Apple, Amazon, and Google, have used IPOs to raise billions of dollars, enabling them to scale rapidly and dominate their industries. Entrepreneurs considering an IPO must carefully weigh the benefits and challenges, ensuring that their businesses are financially strong, well-managed, and prepared for the responsibilities of being publicly traded. One of the most well-known investors who has mastered financial markets is Warren Buffett, whose investment philosophy has helped him build a fortune exceeding $100 billion. Buffett is the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, a multinational conglomerate that owns and invests in a wide range of businesses across industries such as insurance, consumer goods, utilities, and finance. His approach to investing is based on the principles of value investing, which focuses on buying stocks of high-quality companies at prices below their intrinsic value. Buffett believes in investing in businesses with strong fundamentals, stable earnings, competitive advantages, and capable management teams. Unlike short-term traders who focus on market fluctuations, Buffett takes a long-term approach, holding investments for decades to allow them to grow in value. His strategy is centered on patience, discipline, and thorough research, ensuring that he invests only in companies with strong financial health and long-term growth potential. One of Buffett's most famous investment principles is to buy businesses as if he were purchasing them entirely, meaning that he evaluates companies based on their real value rather than short-term stock price movements. His success is built on careful analysis, avoiding speculative investments, and maintaining a diversified portfolio that minimizes risk. Buffett's investment philosophy has allowed Berkshire Hathaway to acquire companies such as Coca-Cola, Apple, and Geico, generating massive returns over time. Entrepreneurs can learn valuable lessons from Buffett's approach by focusing on long-term financial planning, investing in quality businesses, and maintaining financial discipline. His success demonstrates that wealth creation is not about making quick profits, but about making informed, strategic decisions that lead to sustained growth and financial security. For entrepreneurs, financial markets offer opportunities to raise capital, invest wisely, and build long-term wealth. Whether through the stock market, commodities trading, or forex markets, understanding how these financial systems work can provide insights into managing financial risks and maximizing investment returns. Entrepreneurs who study financial markets can make better decisions about funding their businesses, identifying profitable investment opportunities, and protecting their financial assets from market fluctuations. Going public through an IPO can provide businesses with the capital needed for expansion, but it also requires careful planning and management to navigate the challenges of being a publicly traded company. Learning from successful investors like Warren Buffett can help entrepreneurs develop smart investment strategies that focus on long-term growth, financial stability, and sustainable wealth creation. By mastering the fundamentals of financial markets and investment strategies, entrepreneurs can build businesses that thrive in competitive environments while securing financial independence and future success. The psychology of money plays a crucial role in financial success because the way people think and feel about money directly impacts their decisions on spending, saving, and investing. Many financial choices are not based purely on logic, but are influenced by emotions such as fear, greed, and anxiety. These emotions can drive people to make irrational decisions that may harm their long-term financial well-being. Fear often leads individuals to avoid financial risks, even when taking calculated risks could lead to growth and wealth creation. For example, many people hesitate to invest in stocks or real estate because they fear losing money, even though long-term investing has historically been one of the best ways to build wealth. Fear can also cause individuals to hoard cash instead of putting it to work in productive investments, which can result in lost opportunities. On the other hand, greed can push people to chase high-risk investments or speculative financial trends in pursuit of quick wealth, often without fully understanding the risks involved. Many investors have lost significant amounts of money by blindly following market hype, buying into stocks or cryptocurrencies at peak prices, and panicking when values drop. Irrational spending is another common psychological issue that prevents people from achieving financial security. Many individuals spend money based on emotions rather than necessity, making impulse purchases that provide temporary satisfaction but do not contribute to long-term financial stability. Emotional spending can lead to debt accumulation, financial stress, and an inability to build savings. Entrepreneurs who understand the emotional side of money can make better financial decisions, avoiding common pitfalls and developing strategies to manage their finances with discipline and clarity. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with saving and investing is a lack of financial awareness and self-discipline. Many individuals find it difficult to prioritize saving because they focus on short-term gratification rather than long-term security. The availability of easy credit, the pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle, and the influence of advertising encourage excessive spending, making it harder for people to set aside money for future needs. Another reason saving is challenging is that many people believe they do not earn enough to save, even though financial success is more about money management than income level. Many wealthy individuals started with modest earnings, but built their wealth through smart financial habits, such as consistent saving, disciplined investing, and avoiding unnecessary debt. Investing can also be intimidating for those who do not fully understand how financial markets work, leading them to keep their money in low-interest savings accounts instead of assets that generate long-term growth. Many people fear losing money in investments because they do not have the knowledge or confidence to make informed decisions. This lack of financial education prevents them from taking advantage of opportunities that could significantly improve their financial situation over time. Entrepreneurs who develop good financial habits early, prioritize saving and investing, and educate themselves about financial markets can build long-term wealth and financial independence. By understanding that small, consistent financial decisions compound over time, individuals can change their mindset and approach money with a long-term perspective. The way wealthy individuals think about money is fundamentally different from how most people approach their finances. While many people see money as something to spend on luxury and lifestyle, wealthy individuals view money as a tool for growth, investment, and financial freedom. Rich people focus on acquiring assets that generate income rather than spending money on things that lose value over time. They prioritize financial education, continuously learning about investments, market trends, and business opportunities, to make informed financial decisions. Wealthy individuals understand the importance of delayed gratification, choosing to reinvest their money rather than spending it on immediate pleasures. Instead of seeking short-term rewards, they focus on building long-term financial security through smart investments, business ownership, and diversified income streams. Another key mindset difference is how wealthy individuals view failure and risk. While many people avoid financial risks due to fear of loss, successful entrepreneurs and investors embrace calculated risks, knowing that setbacks are part of the learning process. They analyze opportunities carefully, assess potential downsides, and take strategic actions to maximize returns while managing risks. This growth-oriented mindset allows wealthy individuals to take advantage of investment opportunities that others may overlook. The role of financial education in success cannot be overstated, as knowledge empowers individuals to make better financial decisions, avoid common pitfalls, and take control of their financial future. Many successful entrepreneurs dedicate time to studying financial principles, seeking advice from experienced mentors, and continuously improving their understanding of money management. Financial literacy enables individuals to recognize the difference between good and bad debt, understand the impact of inflation, and make decisions that align with their long-term financial goals. Entrepreneurs who prioritize financial education, adopt a growth mindset, and develop disciplined financial habits can create sustainable wealth and achieve lasting financial success. Understanding the psychology of money allows individuals to break free from destructive financial behaviors, build a strong financial foundation, and develop the mindset necessary for long-term prosperity. Many people struggle with financial fears and limiting beliefs that prevent them from building wealth, growing a business, or achieving financial security. These fears often stem from childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or past financial mistakes that create negative associations with money. Some people grow up believing that money is scarce and difficult to earn, leading them to develop a fear of financial risk and an unwillingness to invest or start a business. Others may feel that they are not good with money, leading to poor financial decisions, avoidance of budgeting, and difficulty managing expenses. Some entrepreneurs hesitate to take calculated risks because they fear failure, preventing them from scaling their businesses or pursuing opportunities that could lead to significant financial growth. Developing a healthy relationship with money requires shifting these limiting beliefs and replacing fear with financial confidence. One of the most effective ways to overcome financial fear is to recognize that money is a tool, not an obstacle, and that learning how to manage it effectively can lead to security, freedom, and success. Entrepreneurs who see money as a resource for growth rather than a source of stress can make smarter business decisions, invest wisely, and build long-term financial stability. A healthy financial mindset involves taking control of money rather than letting it control emotions and decision-making. This includes understanding that financial setbacks are learning experiences rather than permanent failures, and that building wealth is a gradual process that requires patience, education, and discipline. Successful entrepreneurs embrace financial responsibility by tracking income and expenses, setting financial goals, and making informed decisions about spending, saving, and investing. By developing a proactive approach to money, individuals can replace fear with confidence and take steps toward financial independence. One of the most powerful tools for overcoming financial fears is financial literacy, which is especially crucial for entrepreneurs. Many people struggle with money because they do not fully understand how financial systems work, leading to uncertainty, poor decision-making, and missed opportunities. Financial literacy involves understanding basic concepts such as budgeting, investing, debt management, and risk assessment, all of which are essential for business success. Entrepreneurs who develop strong financial knowledge can make better decisions about pricing their products, managing business expenses, securing funding, and maximizing profits. They can also identify opportunities for investment and growth while minimizing risks that could harm their business. Without financial literacy, even a highly profitable business can fail due to cash flow problems, excessive debt, or inefficient money management. Many new entrepreneurs struggle because they focus only on generating revenue without understanding the importance of profitability, reinvestment, and financial planning. Educating oneself about money helps entrepreneurs avoid common financial pitfalls, such as relying too heavily on debt, mismanaging taxes, or failing to build an emergency fund for unexpected challenges. Business owners who prioritize financial education gain the confidence to negotiate better deals, manage their finances effectively, and take advantage of financial opportunities that can lead to long-term success. Learning about money management through books, courses, mentorship, and practical experience allows entrepreneurs to make informed choices that lead to financial stability and business growth. A real-world example of how financial literacy and disciplined saving can lead to financial independence is seen in the FIRE movement, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. The FIRE movement is a growing trend in which individuals focus on aggressive saving, smart investing, and frugal living to achieve financial freedom at a much earlier age than traditional retirement plans allow. Instead of working until their 60s or 70s, FIRE followers aim to retire in their 30s, 40s, or 50s by maintaining high savings rates and making strategic investments. The core principle of the movement is to spend less than what is earned, invest the difference in income-generating assets, and let compound interest grow wealth over time. Many FIRE participants save 50% or more of their income, significantly higher than the traditional savings rate, by reducing unnecessary expenses, living below their means, and avoiding lifestyle inflation. They prioritize investments in stocks, index funds, real estate, and passive income streams that generate enough money to cover their living expenses without relying on a traditional paycheck. By focusing on financial efficiency and long-term wealth accumulation, individuals who follow the FIRE strategy gain control over their financial future and achieve the flexibility to choose how they spend their time, whether that means pursuing passion projects, traveling, or starting businesses without the pressure of financial instability. This movement proves that financial freedom is not just for the wealthy, but can be achieved by anyone who follows disciplined financial habits and makes intentional decisions about money. Entrepreneurs can apply FIRE principles to their businesses by adopting a mindset of financial efficiency, strategic investing, and disciplined financial planning. Just as individuals in the FIRE movement focus on maximizing savings and minimizing unnecessary expenses, business owners can improve profitability by keeping costs low, reinvesting earnings wisely, and creating multiple streams of income. Entrepreneurs who build businesses with strong financial foundations and scalable income models can achieve financial independence faster, giving them the flexibility to innovate, expand, or pursue new ventures without being tied to financial constraints. Understanding that wealth is created not just by earning more, but by managing money effectively, allows business owners to make financial decisions that lead to long-term success. Overcoming financial fears and limiting beliefs requires a shift in mindset, a commitment to financial education, and the discipline to make intentional financial choices. Entrepreneurs who develop confidence in managing money, learn how to invest wisely, and apply proven financial principles can build sustainable businesses, achieve financial freedom, and create lasting wealth that extends beyond their immediate financial needs. The future of money and business is being shaped by rapid technological advancements, shifting economic trends, and the increasing role of digital finance in everyday transactions. One of the most significant developments in recent years is the rise of digital money, which is transforming how businesses operate, how consumers make payments, and how financial systems function. Traditional forms of money, such as cash and physical banking, are gradually being replaced by digital payment systems, online transactions, and decentralized financial technologies. Cryptocurrencies have emerged as one of the most disruptive innovations in the financial world, offering a new way to store, transfer, and invest money without relying on traditional banking institutions. Unlike government-issued currencies, cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum operate on blockchain technology, a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions securely and transparently. Blockchain eliminates the need for intermediaries like banks, reducing transaction fees, increasing security, and enabling faster cross-border payments. Many businesses, especially in e-commerce and technology sectors, are beginning to accept cryptocurrencies as a form of payment, recognizing the benefits of lower costs and global accessibility. Entrepreneurs who understand blockchain technology and its applications can explore new business opportunities, such as decentralized finance, tokenized assets, and smart contracts, which automate financial agreements without human intervention. While cryptocurrencies offer potential for financial innovation, they also come with challenges such as regulatory uncertainty, price volatility, and security risks. Businesses and investors need to stay informed about changing regulations and technological advancements to navigate this evolving financial landscape effectively. In addition to cryptocurrencies, central banks around the world are exploring the development of central bank digital currencies, known as CBDCs. These digital versions of national currencies are issued and regulated by governments, combining the benefits of digital transactions with the stability of traditional fiat money. Unlike cryptocurrencies, which operate independently of central authorities, CBDCs are controlled by central banks, ensuring legal recognition and price stability. Many countries, including China, the United States, and the European Union, are researching and testing CBDCs as a way to modernize their financial systems, improve payment efficiency, and provide greater financial inclusion for people who do not have access to traditional banking. For businesses, CBDCs could simplify transactions by reducing processing times, eliminating the need for physical cash handling, and offering secure digital payment options. Entrepreneurs should be prepared for the potential integration of CBDCs into financial systems, as governments and central banks may implement new regulations, digital payment infrastructures, and tax policies that affect how businesses operate. While CBDCs promise to enhance financial security and transparency, they also raise concerns about data privacy, government surveillance, and the potential impact on commercial banks, which may see reduced customer deposits if people shift towards using digital currencies directly from central banks. Understanding how CBDCs will shape the future of money is essential for entrepreneurs who want to stay ahead of economic and financial trends that could affect their businesses. Another major force driving the future of money and business is artificial intelligence and automation, which are reshaping the financial industry by improving efficiency, accuracy, and decision-making processes. AI-powered financial services are already being used by banks, investment firms, and businesses to analyze market trends, detect fraud, and automate transactions. Machine learning algorithms can process massive amounts of financial data in real time, identifying patterns and predicting market fluctuations with greater accuracy than human analysts. AI is also transforming lending and credit assessment, enabling businesses and consumers to access loans and financing based on data-driven risk analysis rather than traditional credit scoring methods. Automated trading systems, known as algorithmic trading, use AI to execute trades at high speeds based on predefined strategies, allowing investors to optimize their portfolios and respond to market changes instantly. Businesses can leverage AI-driven financial tools to improve cash flow management, forecast future revenues, and identify cost-saving opportunities. entrepreneurs who integrate AI into their financial operations can gain a competitive advantage by reducing inefficiencies, minimizing risks, and making smarter investment decisions. However, the rise of AI and automation also presents challenges, such as job displacement in financial services, ethical concerns related to data privacy, and the potential for market manipulation through AI-driven trading systems. Business owners need to stay informed about AI advancements, invest in digital financial literacy, and adapt their business strategies to remain competitive in an increasingly automated economy. As AI and digital money continue to evolve, entrepreneurs must prepare for the future economy by embracing innovation, adapting to changing financial systems, and leveraging new technologies to grow their businesses. The increasing use of blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and AI-powered financial services means that traditional business models may need to be restructured to remain competitive in a rapidly digitalizing world. Businesses that fail to adopt digital payment solutions or AI-driven financial tools may struggle to keep up with customer expectations, regulatory requirements, and market trends. Entrepreneurs should invest in developing skills related to digital finance, blockchain applications, and AI-powered analytics to make informed business decisions and capitalize on emerging opportunities. The global shift toward a cashless society, decentralized finance, and AI-driven investment strategies means that financial literacy is more important than ever for business success. Entrepreneurs who proactively adapt to these changes will be better positioned to navigate economic shifts, manage financial risks, and take advantage of new growth opportunities in the digital economy. By understanding the future of money and business, entrepreneurs can build resilient companies that thrive in an increasingly connected, automated, and technologically advanced financial landscape. The future of global trade and digital economies is being reshaped by rapid technological advancements, new financial systems, and the increasing reliance on digital platforms for commerce, investment, and employment. Traditional business models that once depended on physical infrastructure, centralized financial institutions, and long-established supply chains are now evolving into decentralized, technology-driven networks that provide greater accessibility and efficiency. One of the most significant shifts in the modern economy is the rise of the gig economy, which is redefining how businesses operate and how individuals earn a living. The gig economy consists of short-term, flexible jobs where workers provide services on a contract or freelance basis rather than being employed full-time by a single company. Platforms such as Uber, Fiverr, Upwork, and DoorDash have created new opportunities for millions of people to work independently, set their own schedules, and earn income on demand. The gig economy has enabled businesses to reduce costs by hiring freelancers instead of maintaining large workforces, allowing them to scale more efficiently and access specialized talent from around the world. However, it also presents challenges, such as income instability for workers, lack of employment benefits, and increased competition in digital labor markets. As global trade becomes more digitized, entrepreneurs must understand how the gig economy influences workforce dynamics, employment trends, and business scalability. Companies that embrace remote work, contract-based hiring, and digital collaboration tools can remain competitive in a rapidly evolving economic landscape. Another major development shaping the future of digital economies is decentralized finance, also known as DeFi. DeFi refers to a financial system built on blockchain technology that operates without traditional banks or financial institutions. Instead of relying on centralized entities to process transactions, DeFi uses smart contracts, which are self-executing agreements that automatically enforce financial terms. Through DeFi platforms, individuals and businesses can access services such as lending, borrowing, investing, and payments without intermediaries, reducing fees and increasing financial accessibility. DeFi has the potential to revolutionize global trade by providing borderless, transparent, and secure financial services to anyone with internet access. Entrepreneurs can leverage DeFi to raise capital through decentralized crowdfunding, earn interest on digital assets, and conduct international transactions with lower costs and fewer restrictions. Unlike traditional financial systems that often require extensive paperwork, credit checks, and approvals, DeFi enables instant and automated financial interactions, making it easier for small businesses and startups to access funding. However, DeFi also comes with risks, such as regulatory uncertainty, security vulnerabilities, and price volatility. Since DeFi operates outside of traditional banking systems, there are fewer legal protections for users, and the technology is still developing to ensure stability and security. Entrepreneurs interested in participating in DeFi must carefully evaluate the risks, stay informed about regulatory changes, and adopt security measures to protect digital assets from cyber threats. The expansion of digital economies is creating new business opportunities in the global marketplace. As more companies move away from physical stores and traditional financial systems to fully digital operations, e-commerce has become the dominant method of trade, allowing businesses to sell products and services to customers worldwide without the need for a physical presence. Marketplaces such as Amazon, Alibaba, and Shopify provide platforms where entrepreneurs can reach international customers, process payments digitally, and automate logistics and fulfillment. Digital marketplaces are not limited to physical goods, but also include online education, subscription-based content, and software-as-a-service business models. The ability to create, distribute, and monetize digital products has lowered the barriers to entry for entrepreneurs, enabling individuals to build businesses from anywhere in the world with minimal upfront investment. Additionally, artificial intelligence and big data analytics are helping businesses optimize pricing, target customers more effectively, and improve supply chain efficiency. Companies that integrate AI-powered decision-making into their business strategies can increase profitability and stay ahead of competitors in the digital economy. Another emerging opportunity is the use of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, which allow creators to tokenize and sell digital assets such as artwork, music, and virtual goods. NFTs provide a new way for businesses and individuals to monetize intellectual property while ensuring ownership rights are recorded on the blockchain. The rise of the digital marketplace is transforming how businesses operate, making it essential for entrepreneurs to embrace online platforms, leverage automation, and explore innovative monetization models to remain competitive in a borderless economy. One of the most disruptive forces in digital finance is Bitcoin, which has challenged the traditional financial system by introducing a decentralized form of money that operates outside of government control. Unlike traditional currencies issued by central banks, Bitcoin is a digital currency that relies on a peer-to-peer network to process transactions securely and transparently. Bitcoin was created as an alternative to fiat money, allowing users to store value, send payments, and conduct financial transactions without the need for banks or payment processors. Businesses that accept Bitcoin as payment benefit from lower transaction fees, faster cross-border payments, and reduced reliance on traditional banking systems. Bitcoin's fixed supply of 21 million coins also makes it an attractive hedge against inflation, as governments around the world continue to print money, reducing the value of traditional currencies. However, Bitcoin also presents challenges, including price volatility, regulatory concerns, and security risks. While Bitcoin has gained widespread adoption among institutional investors and businesses, governments and financial regulators continue to debate how to regulate and integrate digital currencies into the global financial system. Some countries have embraced Bitcoin, recognizing it as legal tender or integrating it into their financial infrastructure, while others have imposed restrictions due to concerns over money laundering, tax evasion, and financial instability. Entrepreneurs exploring Bitcoin and other digital currencies must stay informed about regulatory developments, implement secure payment solutions, and assess market risks before integrating cryptocurrency into their business strategies. The future of global trade and digital economies is being shaped by decentralized finance, digital payment systems, AI-driven automation, and blockchain technology. Entrepreneurs who embrace these changes can unlock new opportunities for innovation, efficiency, and scalability in their businesses. The gig economy continues to redefine employment, offering flexible work arrangements and global access to talent. DeFi is reshaping financial services by eliminating traditional intermediaries and creating new ways to manage money. Digital marketplaces provide businesses with borderless access to customers, allowing entrepreneurs to operate global enterprises from any location. Bitcoin and decentralized currencies are disrupting traditional financial systems, challenging the way money is stored, transferred, and used in business transactions. The rapid transformation of global trade requires businesses to adapt to technological advancements, invest in digital literacy, and remain agile in an ever-evolving economic landscape. Entrepreneurs who leverage the power of digital economies, embrace emerging financial technologies, and develop strategies to manage digital assets will be better positioned to succeed in the future of business. Understanding how these innovations impact trade, investment, and financial management is essential for navigating the digital age and building businesses that thrive in an increasingly connected and decentralized world. Mastering money for entrepreneurial success requires a deep understanding of financial principles, disciplined money management, and the ability to make strategic decisions that lead to long-term wealth creation. Entrepreneurs who successfully manage their finances build sustainable businesses, increase profitability, and create financial security that allows them to take calculated risks and seize opportunities. One of the most important takeaways for building wealth is the principle of financial discipline, which means consistently spending less than what is earned and using the surplus to invest in income-generating assets. Many businesses fail not because they lack a great product or service, but because they mismanage cash flow, accumulate excessive debt, or fail to plan for financial downturns. Entrepreneurs must prioritize budgeting, tracking expenses, and maintaining a clear understanding of their financial health to ensure business stability. Another critical lesson is the power of smart investing, where money is put to work through stocks, real estate, businesses, and other appreciating assets instead of sitting idle in low-interest accounts. Investing allows wealth to grow over time through the power of compounding, making it one of the most effective ways to achieve financial independence. Entrepreneurs must also recognize the importance of financial literacy, continuously educating themselves on economic trends, market opportunities, and investment strategies to make informed decisions. Understanding how money flows through the economy, how inflation affects purchasing power, and how debt can be leveraged for business growth enables entrepreneurs to build strong financial foundations. Managing risk is equally essential, as financial success is not just about making money, but also about protecting wealth through proper planning, diversification, and strategic decision-making. By following these core financial principles, entrepreneurs can create businesses that generate consistent income, grow in value, and provide long-term financial security. Achieving financial independence as an entrepreneur requires a step-by-step action plan that focuses on saving, investing, and building a business that generates sustainable income. The first step toward financial independence is to establish a strong financial foundation by creating a savings plan. Entrepreneurs should set aside an emergency fund that covers at least 6 months of business and personal expenses to protect against unexpected financial challenges such as economic downturns, business slowdowns, or personal emergencies. Saving a portion of all income ensures financial stability and reduces dependence on external financing, allowing entrepreneurs to navigate uncertainties with confidence. The next step is to invest in assets that generate long-term wealth, such as stocks, bonds, real estate, and high-growth business ventures. Entrepreneurs should diversify their investment portfolios to minimize risk and ensure steady financial growth. Investing consistently over time, even in small amounts, takes advantage of compounding, where returns on investments generate additional earnings that continue to grow. Starting and growing a successful business is another key component of financial independence, as entrepreneurship provides the opportunity to create multiple income streams and build a scalable enterprise. Entrepreneurs should focus on solving real market problems, providing value to customers, and reinvesting profits into business growth. By continuously optimizing business operations, improving efficiency, and leveraging technology, entrepreneurs can maximize profitability and long-term sustainability. Strategic use of debt can also be beneficial when used wisely to expand business operations, acquire assets, or invest in revenue-generating opportunities. Entrepreneurs should aim to reduce unnecessary expenses, negotiate favorable loan terms, and maintain a healthy balance between debt and equity financing to ensure financial stability. Establishing passive income streams, such as rental income, dividend stocks, or automated online businesses, further enhances financial independence by generating revenue without constant active involvement. Entrepreneurs who follow a structured financial plan, maintain disciplined saving and investing habits, and focus on growing their businesses can achieve financial independence and create long-term wealth. Financial freedom is not a one-time achievement, but a lifelong journey that requires continuous learning, adaptation, and disciplined financial habits. Markets change, businesses evolve, and economic conditions fluctuate, making it essential for entrepreneurs to remain financially agile and informed. Financial success is not solely about accumulating wealth, but about having the freedom to make choices that align with personal and business goals. Entrepreneurs who achieve financial freedom gain the ability to invest in new ventures, support their families, contribute to their communities, and live life on their own terms without being constrained by financial stress. One of the most important lessons in financial success is that consistency matters more than short-term gains. Entrepreneurs who consistently save, invest, and reinvest earnings will see their financial stability grow over time. Avoiding financial pitfalls, such as overspending, excessive debt, or poor investment decisions, is just as important as generating income. Financial freedom also requires a mindset shift where money is viewed as a tool for growth rather than just a means for consumption. Successful entrepreneurs prioritize long-term wealth-building strategies over short-term luxuries, understanding that financial security provides greater opportunities for personal and business success. Staying financially educated, seeking mentorship from experienced investors and business leaders, and continuously refining financial strategies are key to maintaining long-term success. Ultimately, mastering money allows entrepreneurs to build businesses that thrive, create generational wealth, and achieve financial independence, ensuring stability and prosperity for years to come.